Another video. Before I get started here, let's cue Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Black View Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was black or invested. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on a black or invested. Best believe it was black or invested. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that black or invested. Best believe it was black or invested.
What's going on, people? Let's share the screen here. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Straight bloody charts. We were here with you guys on Wednesday, but since then it's only gone lower. Straight blood in the streets, a lot of fear out here, and let's just let's get it together, get it wrangled, realize what we're here for. Realize what we're trying to do for us and our families, and get it going. What's up, Leonard? What's up, Ace? So yeah, let's just straight go to the charts, right? So Algorand, we've been talking about this one. Straight 10 cents. It was down beyond 10 cents for a second last night. This is absolutely a 3-year low. Last time it was this low was February 20th, and I can't even a point where it was under 8 cents. I don't think we have that on the chart anywhere. So this is a all-time and 3-year low for Algorand out here. Let's go to Filecoin. Has not been this low for about 8 months. Let's go to one more, last one. Let's go to ADA, right? Hasn't been this low in 6 months. 25-cent ADA. When we seen it go all the way up to $3. Okay. So just got to remember though what we're here for. Shout out to my guy Underdog Crypto. He doesn't do as many videos right now. He's in the middle of doing something else. But my guy Underdog used to have a saying, research over hype. And I'm kind of going to give him a shout out here. Love my guy. We're going to change that up a little bit. Research over fear. Okay. So all this fear out here in the streets, but we have something with Bitcoin that's kind of unprecedented. It's just unprecedented. We have this 4-year cycle. We know the 4-year cycle. We can look at the chart and we can see the 4-year cycle, right? This is just part of the cycle. And when we talk about cycles, understand that that's something that's almost occult and esoteric, because now we get into things like the Hermetic principles. Y'all know I love to say that. This is like almost like a little crypto and down. Shout out to them. Shout out to crypto and down, right? This is almost like a down portion, right? So y'all know how I love these 7 Hermetic principles. They're principles of nature, really. They're attributed to Hermes, and I know a lot of people think he's a like trickster god, but this is beyond him. Like, and if it just works, it works. It does. I don't care who the principle comes from. If I find out it works and it's a principle that works, hell, I'm using it. Right? So we got the principle of correspondence. Where is it? There it goes. Oh, my. As above, so below. As below, so above. All the time as above, right? What is it? Winter, fall, winter, spring, summer. Every year, right? In some places more than others. We got, the moon, the full moons and the new moons, cycles, 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 right? As above, so below. So we got the cycles with the moon. So we got the cycles with the summer and the seasons. We also have cycles with Bitcoin, and it's great because we know the cycles. We know it because it goes right in line with the Bitcoin halving. Okay, in other markets, and shout out to my guys on the Telegram. We'll get to that in a second, but let me just turn it off here. In other markets, you kind of got to guess and figure out the cycle based off of, if the Fed is doing this, or if energy sector is up, or if green energy is up. But with Bitcoin, we don't even have to play around, and we don't have to play that guessing game. We know it's every 4 years. And whoever created Bitcoin, so great, so smart. Those 4 years correspond with presidential elections. So we really don't even have to kind of really wonder, okay, when is Bitcoin having, what's happening, what's going on? It corresponds with presidential election cycles. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Such a beautiful thing. So right now, even though Bitcoin is not at its lowest, it was kind of, like this cycle, right? Not at its lowest in this cycle. The lowest it was I believe the FTX debacle in November, which happened to coincide with a lunar eclipse, another cycle, right? But here we are, right? Even though Bitcoin's at 25.6K, right? We got these altcoins at lows we haven't seen in like 3 years for some of them. So it's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity to fall back on our research and not fear and just go out there and buy. I know it feels like strange. I know it feels against the grain, but this is the time, right? Let's see who's in the house here. What's up, Riviera Group? What's up, my guy, Scott? Okay, we got a couple people in the house. What's up, 64 ECG? Let's go here. So my guy Ace is very knowledgeable, says more blood coming too. I've been saying be patient and not to buy, and still sticking to my guns. Better opportunities in the near future. Okay. Well, I say to that, I'm all about DCAing. So especially if you look at the chart here with Algorand, we haven't had anything this low, like I said, in 3 years. So for me, it's like, okay, DCA, you might not get lower prices, lower than this, anytime soon. Ace, Ace, definitely stick to what bro. But I'm all about DCAing. So like, hey, say it goes lower than this. Say if it goes to like 8-cent Algorand, you're still getting it right now at like what? 10 cents. That's so much cheaper than you ever have. And when it goes back to like $2, because we know all the things Algorand has going on for it. CBDCs, Bank of Italy, ISO 20022. When it goes back to $2, if you got it at 10 cents or 8 cents, 8 cents, of course, is the better deal. But you can lock in 10 cents right now. Lock in 10 cents, But yeah, none of it matters if you live in the States once the chokehold is put on fiat on and off ramps. Now, this is something right here that you do have to consider. And for me, it's like, okay, if you got to leave the country, maybe you got to leave the country. Maybe that's something you want to do. Like, I know there are different sites out there. We were mentioning them in the Telegram, I think, or in my guy E's Telegram. Shout out to the Telegram. Totally free for you to join. We share great information in the Telegram. We're like 71 strong right now. So many good people in the Telegram sharing and giving a lot of information. But yeah. And if you want to step it up from there, there's the Patreon, less than a cup of coffee for a weekly watch list. But moving on, there are sites out here. And if you want to know, like, of course, I don't know about y'all, but there's the Passport Bro movement. I don't know if y'all know about the whole Passport Bro movement, but you can look at some of them and see like what they're doing in different countries and like how they're living, right? Um, but there's also people like I believe his name is Nomad Capitalist. Yeah, so different sites out there. Maybe you guys can bring up some that you guys know about personally. Um, but I know this Nomad Capitalist guy, he mentions like, Mexico's safest cities revealed and stuff like that, safer than the US. Because remember, this was a thing. They were bringing on the news that all these black people were getting killed in Mexico. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some bad places in Mexico, just like there's some bad places in the US, right? But I think that was a little bit of kind of some scare tactic type of deals going on. But like pause, moving on. We got Simon Family Investment Ventures. Okay. They're on the Gentleman of Crypto Network. I don't know if they offer consulting, but of course, you guys would, I mean, if I was trying to go down to Mexico, that they live down there, right, with their family, maybe throw them some bones to give you some consulting if that's what you want to do, right? Go down to Mexico. Like, okay, what are the best places? Where can I feel the most safe? Where if I want to get an Airbnb or whatever, where should I go, right? So we already got somebody kind of quote unquote in house that's been there and done that. Simon Family Ventures or Simon Family Investment Ventures. I don't know if you guys offer consulting for people who are looking to kind of go down to Mexico, but maybe that's something you guys, maybe that's a whole new venture right there. And if you guys want to know who I'm talking about, just come to my channel, scroll all the way down to the bottom. I got some recommended sites on my channel. We got Crypto and Down. You know I love those guys. Underdog Research. We just got through talking about him. Gentleman Crypto Course, Relaxing Serenity Sounds, Crypto Logic John, and Benzinga. If you go over to the second page, you got Simon Family Investment. Okay. These guys, they're already down there and they have their children down there. So, like, they're no black, we're not endangering our children, right? So you already got somebody kind of in house you can consult on that if you have to be like, okay, peace out, America, because you're playing games with the crypto here, right? So that might be something to look at there. Um, I know Coin Bureau had like a really good episode on, top 5 places to go if you're looking to repatriate besides the US for crypto. I think one of the things he mentioned was Dubai, which is where he's at. Like, so there's it's out here. Like, if you have to say, okay, we got to get out here with our crypto gains. You know what I mean? So there are resources out here for that. And I'm sure you guys have probably already mentioned like 5 more in the comments here. Okay, I think I'm frozen right now. Okay, there we go. I'm a little frozen right now. See what happens here. Okay, that was weird. Okay, here we go. We're back. Oh, really? So who was this hinting at DAG at a crypto hearing? DAG's one of those ones that I like as well. I'm very high on the DAG. Okay, there are some people also, Ace, that think that better opportunities in the third or fourth quarter. And remember how we were talking about those lunar cycles? I believe there is I think there is a lunar eclipse around the third or fourth quarter. So let's take a look at that. That might be a good tip off for us too. That's 2020, 2023. Okay, there's a solar eclipse October 14th, followed by a lunar eclipse. So too, if we look at the chart, um, man, everything keeps freezing up. I don't know if that's happening on you guys' end as well, but stuff keeps freezing up for me. Okay. Let me just give it a couple seconds here. I don't know what's happening, but it's freezing. My apologies there. Am I back here? Okay, my apologies, guys. It froze up on me for a second there. Okay, here we go. Okay, so my apologies, guys. It froze up on me for a second there. Let me get my screen back. Okay, so yeah, and if you look at the chart, I think this is where I left off at. Um, if you look at the chart, there also seems to be like there's going to be now. This is just using the precedent of what happened the last 4 years. So let's see here. Come on and load. Let's. Okay, and then okay, so sorry, y'all. The mousing is always a challenge. So if we're right here, right, it didn't look. We haven't really reached this third point where we get our third little push up. But if you look like from that third push up, we just kind of dwindled the entire time, the rest of the year down to like December, right? Not a guarantee that it will happen like that again, but you can see here if you look at what we got right here, right? It looks eerily similar to that hump here and that hump here. So conceivably, if we get the same cycle, we should have one more push up, wherever that is going to be here, and probably some down movement for the rest of the year. So does that push up happen here with the summer solstice, which is coming up June 21st or around June 21st, right? I got to get a farmer's almanac like my guy Scott was saying. But um, so summer solstice, maybe that's the next push up, right? But then from there, possibly like we saw 4 years ago, we probably just have some downtimes after that, right? Until we get into the halving and then boom. So really, we're only about 11 months from the halving, right? Um, give or take. So we're really reaching a point where we can really kind of accumulate here, and everything even right now is going to be lower than where it is going to be once it halves, right? So that's what it is. Let me get to some of these comments here. Yes, XRP did take a huge dip this morning. I saw that. Yeah, IDCA with most of my buys, says my guy Ace. Uh, I wish I could leave the States, but trust me, um, gotta wait till the kiddos graduate, though. I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you. Gotta wait till Moonlight and Issa graduate. I feel you. Okay, so we got another guy that likes Nomad Capitalists around here. Yeah, Simon Family offers some great insights. Shout out to those guys. Uh, love those guys. there's a possibility that the SEC's witch hunt, which can ultimately knock from about like 75 to 80% of liquidity and cause the FUD to negate anything that will. Okay, let me see, let me read that again. Is there a possibility that the SEC's witch hunt cause FUD basically negate anything that the BTC having will increase? No, I don't think so. I don't think they can negate anything that the halving is going to increase, um, especially in projects like these ISO coins that we know are kind of we know these guys are already connected to the new banking people. We know that they are. Um, Case in point, where you can find a lot of these connections are Alliance Block, because they're the ones who saying they want to bridge TriFi to DeFi, right? Traditional finance to DeFi. Um, and it's sitting at a nice price right now itself at 5 cents. But if we go look at its website, oh, I hate their new layout. It just really bothers me. Like if it's not broken, you really should try to like. I know sometimes when it's not broken, don't fix it, but you gotta like upgrade. Like in the software world, if there's better software or better objects, like better ways to do things, you should upgrade. But with these websites, they really need to just cut it out. Um, So a lot of these guys are kind of some of the connectors that are out there. But we already know with the ISO 2002 cryptos that these guys are going to be used for the next banking system. So there's really not so much of a risk here. And we've been over it too before with the things that are involved with the BRICS cryptos. Um, Things like Filecoin, right? Which is also at a really big discount right now. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it in that aspect. I think the Bitcoin halving and what these companies have planned for the future will completely get rid of any of this FUD right now. Okay, Leonard, I gotta look that up. See how he hinted constellation there. Yeah, I really do think the altcoins are fine. Um, like especially the ones that we've been talking about, like ISO, DeFi, Metaverse, um, all of those different sectors. And the reason we know is because like the World Economic Forum is behind it. Those guys are behind it. They're not losing money. They're not losing money. They're just not. Um, yeah, a lot of these have those type of backing behind them, or like China, you know what I mean, and BRICS nations people. Like the funny part of it to me though is like um, the SEC has been out here naming tokens and calling them securities for a while now, right? They did the same thing with LCX, right? But all of a sudden, right now, that makes everything go down like this. It's like I hate to say it. I know people probably get tired of it, but it always seems like fun and games to me. It always seems like fun and games. It's like, okay, now that matters. Of course, yeah. Now it's a little bit different because Coinbase is being sued, and they're doing cease and desist with Coinbase and all of that jazz. But still, it's like, okay, I don't know, still the same people are in charge. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I cut out. I cut out. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, what's up, Nerd Up, Ink Marv? What's up, Crypt Work? So yeah, it's like same people are in charge. So it's like I don't see crypto going, especially overseas, is not going anywhere. America maybe, but then again, you got publicly traded companies like MicroStrategy, like CleanSpark, like Square or the Block, right? So you got publicly traded companies that depend on Bitcoin, that depend on crypto. Are you really gonna like coin like they're publicly traded, they're people who are invested in Coinbase, like institutions who are invested in Coinbase. They're ETFs solely devoted to crypto, um and crypto companies. um so you're just gonna have all of these people lose money. It doesn't it doesn't really make sense to me. So yeah, so to me, it's like, okay, if all these people are out here and all this institutional money is in crypto, um, you're not gonna like get rid of it in the U.S. Too many people would lose too much money. Like you see here, this is an ETF called Block, BLOK. Um, you can see some companies, they have the Block, like we just mentioned, MicroStrategy, which we just mentioned, Coinbase, Overstock. Overstock has their own like crypto coin, and they have their own crypto exchange. Galaxy Digital, like there's so many, like so you're gonna just let all of these companies just die? That doesn't make any sense to me, right? Who else they got over here? CleanSpark, like we mentioned, PayPal, who they sell crypto in there as well. Bitfarms, Hive, like you're just gonna let all these people just twist in the wind? Like I seriously doubt that. And also, I believe BlackRock has their own ETF too, and we've been over how BlackRock is intimately connected with crypto, and connected with J.P. Morgan, who is the money man behind Ethereum. So you're just gonna let all of these people twist in the wind? I seriously doubt it, right? Let's see, BlackRock crypto ETF. I'm sure they'll have some of the same ones that we just saw in the last ETF. And if you guys aren't familiar with what an ETF is, it's basically like we just saw it like a big like basket of stocks. And it generally ends up being like a basket of stocks in the same sector. Oh, of course, you want me to get some cookies, right? BlackRock, you just want to know who's looking into you. Okay, sure. I'll take them. I'll take your cookies. I'll take even more cookies now. Sure. Um, so yeah, if we look at this one, who do they have? Riot blockchain that mines Bitcoin, Square again, CleanSpark. See, like you're just gonna let all of these guys go to the wayside. Hut, which mined merged with someone else. IBM, which we know IBM's connected to. So this is actually really kind of good research here. IBM, we know IBM's connected to Hedera, right? They're on Hedera's governance council. Hedera is another one of those ISO 2002 cryptos. We mentioned Hedera on Thursday, right? It's also sitting at a good price. It's not one of the ones that they named, though. Note that. Shout out to Mainly Music. frequent watcher. He mentioned that. Like, no, they never mentioned Hedera in all of this stuff. They never mentioned Hedera. But guess what? Hedera has all, it's governed by all the big American companies, right? The Googles, the Dells. Here, you know, like here, you can see it. Boeing, Chainlink, Dell, uh, Google, LG, T-Mobile, IBM, like we were just mentioning, right? So you're not going to let all these companies lose money. You're going to figure it out, right? You're going to figure it out. But so, um, so yeah, they're just not. There's just too much riding on crypto here as well, right? Just trying to gain power and take Yellen's position. Okay, this one is stream cut. Okay, what's up, RA? What's up, Nerd Up Ink Marv? What's up, Cryptwork? Yeah, Litecoin is looking real juicy at 75% right now, or 75. $75 right now. What's up, Crypto Lady? Gensler was trying to get Binance on board. Well, yeah, interesting that Gary won't mention ETH. He's shook or in collusion. That's it again. So ETH not mentioned, of course. And ETH is JP Morgan. JP Morgan funds Consensus. Consensus are the people who like basically build Ethereum. They also build MetaMask, by the way. So Consensus is heavy in this crypto game. And they're low-key funded by JP Morgan. Nobody really wants to talk about it other than like maybe CryptoVisor. I know on 3T Warrior Academy, like they were talking to Crypto Airy, and she was just hinting around it. She didn't really want to talk about it or touch it, but we're touching it here. We're touching it. So yeah, so exactly, Crypto in Focus. Shout out to another Telegram member there. Yep. So there's ETH not getting mentioned, and there's also Hedera not getting mentioned. Again, also Litecoin's not getting mentioned either, or Bitcoin, right? So what does that say? Oh, Lunacy is a commodity in Korea. That's interesting. That's some interesting stuff there. And yeah, H bar, man. No mention of H bar. Of course, they're not going to mention H bar when all these huge world ruling countries are governing H bar. Okay, something to think about. Something to think about there. Swift and Chainlink are set to test blockchain token transfers with some banks. Was in the news recently. Nice stuff, Crypto Clady. No, H bar has not been on any of their lists that I've seen so far. They've said LCX, they've said Algorand, they've said so many, but I don't think they've mentioned Hedera. So that's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. And remember, Congressman French Hill, he mentioned Hedera as possibly being like something in America. Where is that? Where's that article? Do I still have it up? Well, I know Coinbase had like a Twitter space talking about this deal. So all while there's all that fear going on, we do have this deal happening, this proposal happening, which like will ease the things for banks to be able to custody crypto, and it'll also kind of clarify who really gets to have the authority over crypto. And I think what all of this kind of commotion is lending itself to is to have the CFTC actually be in charge of crypto. So what I think they might end up doing is just saying, SEC, you've proven that you refuse to say anything about crypto. You refuse to everything you're doing is hurting crypto's position in the US. So we're going to strip you of your power to talk about or regulate crypto. The only thing you can regulate is securities, and we don't think that all of like X amount of cryptos are securities. So we've already had the CFTC say that Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin are commodities. And we know sitting on their board is BlackRock, um, Stellar Lumens. So you can possibly assume if Stellar's on their board, they might actually be a commodity themselves. So Stellar's on their board. Also, we know on their board is Uniswap, Ethereum's leading DeFi platform. So some other things to look at right there. So really, I think they just might strip SEC of their ability to regulate on crypto. That seems like the most logical thing, like kind of off the top of my head. Too big to fail doesn't just apply to banks. Ether saves money because it's JP Morgan money. 100%, bro. 100%. Yeah, what's up, Quip Twerk? I cannot speak today. Let's see here. JP Morgan controls more ETH than anyone else, 100%. What's up, E? We can always trade assets that are about to be delisted into BTC. That's true. We could always do that. But you could always just keep it in your ledger too. And I guess like become an expat whenever that time comes. But yeah, you could convert it into BTC, Litecoin, and Ethereum, which they've already said are commodities, or at least the CFTC has. What's up, Casper Holstein, patron in the house? Don't sleep on lunacy. Everybody's saying not to sleep on lunacy. I might have to go get a little bag of that. I don't have any at the moment. Could quantum secure tokens be the only ones to make it over the next few years? I think over the next few years, a lot of tokens will make it. And I've said it on here before. I think certain tokens will rule certain areas or be the main token for certain areas. It's setting up for Tron and BNB to be pretty big in Southeast Asia, like in the Asia areas. Of course, like we just mentioned here, setting up really big for Ethereum to be big over here in America. Any coin that has connections to R3 is Cordia, private blockchain like XDC, like Quant will be big kind of in the Davos, Switzerland region, if you know what I mean. Um, so I think there's like a good 20 to 25 coins that we know are going to make it over the next few years because of their connections to the people in Davos, right? Um, Casper is one that comes to mind. But we've mentioned a lot of them on here, right? A lot of them, a lot of them. And of course, we just kind of made the tea leaves with the CFTC and all the ones that are connected to them. I would say that those coins are probably going to be fine too. Oh, and we didn't even mention another exchange, U.S. exchange closes its doors, and that is crypto.com. So they basically just said, "F it, we're just gonna close doors." Crypto.com suspends U.S. institutional exchange service. So if you got any money off there on there, you got to kind of get it out before June 21st. So not only Binance USA got some stuff going on, you should get your money off of there. Now also crypto.com. So literally, and then all the things they're going on with Coinbase. So they're really, 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 really limiting all the on ramps that you can have. Choke Point is really doing that. Right now, like what? Upwork, or I'm sorry, Uphold. You can get on Uphold, and you can on ramp there. You can do Strike and buy some Bitcoin, and then switch that over. So that's something that you can look at. So Uphold and Strike are still some on ramps that you can use. You got a KYC and whatnot, but they're still there. And of course, LCX, you could use LCX too. So it's pretty funny that they named LCX, but you can use LCX in America, and they're intimately connected with the World Economic Forum. So funny that they name like ones they're even friends with. You know what I mean? Like they being the elite. So, but could lead to stopping retail, I guess. We can still use the app at the moment. Okay. Oh, I'm a little behind here. I'm sorry, quick twerk. Which app? I think you can still use the crypto.com app. Yes, but I think if that's which app you're referring to, uh, but I think after the 21st, it will no longer work for the US. Now, I'm not sure how that works if you use a VPN or whatnot. Maybe someone can tell me if that's something that's a possibility or not. But so another thing that's going to be pretty interesting here in the next couple days coming up, besides the summer solstice, which I'm not sure if you guys heard about that or not. I don't know when I cut out, but we do have the summer solstice coming up around June 21st to like the 28th area. Maybe we see a pop up during that time with the price. But we also have the Hinman emails for XRP, which are supposed to be out like by the 14th. It's either the 13th or the 14th. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with XRP and coins related to XRP coming up here on the 14th. So that is definitely something to watch out for. Okay, that's only institutional traders, not retail traders. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Um, okay, let's go back to that. Okay, so okay, only institutional. Okay, great. That's good. Okay, so American retail users still have access to cryptocurrency derivatives trading, um, regulated by the Commodities Futures and Trading Commission, as well as the exchange up down options offerings. Okay, so that's good. That's good. It's just the institutional guys. Okay, good. Glad you clarified that. My apologies, you guys. Just the institutional guys. Okay. All right. So let me see. Did I miss any questions? Let me just make sure. 'Cause there was a time that it was. Okay. What's up, William Justice? I missed completely his question. If he had some. Um, Blood in the Streets is nice. Time to add quality at bargain prices. Stage buys in case of downward move continues. As the bargains just get better. Speaking as a holder, same holder, not a trader, 100%. Okay, I gotta check this out, Leonard. Um, Sutler was hinting at DAG during the crypto hearing. We already know DAG has those U.S. Air Force connections. They also have DoD connections. What do you think about Gala at these prices? Um, I think Gala's a good bet at these prices. It's sad that Coinbase did not support the changeover. Um, those that like Coinbase, as much as I love Coinbase, they can be shady sometimes too. But yeah, I think Gala's still got some good things going. Um, I really like that they have the Snoop Dogg on board as far as like Gala music goes, and they got like I think they call themselves Mount Westmore. It's like E40, Ice Cube, Too Short, and Snoop Dogg, and they plan to bring out some stuff as far as Death Row Records IP is concerned, because Snoop Dogg owns that IP. So they're gonna bring some of that stuff over. That's gonna be pretty interesting. Seems like they have some of their own artists on here as well, which is also pretty interesting. Got some people like cosplaying over here, looks like. But also they got the Gala film. I know one project was supposed to have like The Rock connected to it, and then all of a sudden that fell through. Let's just take a look at their site right quick, shall we? It's been a while since I've been over here. Okay, there we go. These are the voxels. It's interesting how they're using their kind of like the voxels NFTs to kind of have a metaverse world and like is that I always thought that was pretty interesting. I know here they also had like an anime or something over here they were doing a gala film. I think it's just gonna take some time. They and like once they get more people attached, it would have been really nice if they had The Rock attached because that would have brought some people over. Um, here, they got the making of the Chronic documentary. That's awesome. So yeah, I like what they're doing over here. They also make some. They bought a mobile app developer. I think it's called Ember Games. I'll, so they're slowly gathering all the different things that they need to kind of make a big difference out here. Okay, so yep, they bought Ember Games. They also have a partnership with Huobi. And then there was something that like went on with that partnership where somebody had hacked something, but it's still a good partnership because over in East Asia, which is where Huobi is, in China, people are really gunzo and gaga about games over there. So yeah, Gala seems pretty nice at this press. Oh yeah, I'm really hype about Energy Web Token. But here, I'll get back to that because I'm skipping questions over here. Um, what I think about Flow? I think Flow is pretty good. Flow still has like a lot of good IP with the NBA Top Shot, NFL All Day. Um, I think just like with down seasons, there becomes like down seasons in that with those IPs, but they're still making money hand over fist selling those cards, selling those NFTs. So I think Flow, it definitely stays around, but when it comes to a lot of other coins, I look more towards the ones that are dealing with banking. For personally, I'm higher on those than the ones that are just dealing with collectible IPs. Um, just because with banking, we know that there's money that needs to flow through it. Um, However, with collectibles, um, it's so much harder to call that. Um, People could just be like, okay, I can't afford it right now. Inflation, like I'm not buying cards right now. But people are always going to have to use the bank, right? Um, that's kind of that's kind of the same kind of thought about Gala too. But thing I like about Gala is okay, people do kind of like entertainment more than they do necessarily collectibles. So you know, um I'm more tempted to go to Gala to go buy some music or go like peruse their metaverses than I am to just say, okay, I want to go buy um collectible trading cards. Um, but I think one of the things they're trying to do with that is to try to do something like an NBA 2K or like an NFL 2K and actually make the NFTs like playable games, um, that would be pretty interesting. But yeah, um, I still like Flow because of all the different IPs they have. But I'm higher on bank tokens, and I'm a little higher on things that have a metaverse, if that makes sense. How can we capitalize off of Apple goggles? Bro, I really think the play there is like metaverse. Um, will Apple have a metaverse? That's the real thing. Like, okay, and if they do have a metaverse, what are the things that are going to be connected to that? Um, that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, I'm really high on Energy Web Token because the energy, man. That I think energy is a commodity. They're going to be trading that commodity through things like R3 Cordia. Um, it's like insane that they're teamed up with T-Mobile. Let's go look at that right quick, actually. Should be able to have it on here, right? Or let's just break out the Telegram. Told you guys so much great information here on the Telegram. I believe somebody posted about that in the Telegram. Could be wrong here, but that's okay. I'll just do it this way. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Some of the world's largest energy companies digitize in order to manage increasingly renewable and complex energy systems. Okay, so I'm wondering how these guys are planning on working this. Maybe it's just that T-Mobile wants to get like kind of green. Um, it's a notable announcement since Deutsche Telekom is the sixth biggest telecommunication company in the world. Its subsidiaries include well-known brands like T-Mobile, Slovak Telecom, Magenta Telecom, and OTE, amongst others. Energy Web, on the other hand, is a company using blockchain technology to help in the energy transition. It provides solutions like enterprise asset management, data exchange, and green proofs. The company works with companies in the industries like telecommunication, IoT, Internet of Things, and automotive. Other companies using Energy Web are Shell, wow, um, EDF, NG, Vodafone, Filecoin, and others. In a statement, Jesse Morris said, the CEO of Energy Web said, establish trusted digital infrastructure providers like Deutsche Telekom are key players comes to helping some of the world's largest energy companies digitize in order to manage increasingly renewable and complex energy systems. Okay, pretty much they're kind of trying to get green, but yeah, you guys know I'm really bullish on Energy Web Token. And I think anytime you can get this under $3 is a really good play. But yeah, really bullish on that. Mask, still my highest conviction play. Picking up some Litecoin. Which coin teamed up with Apple? I can't remember. I am not sure. Do you guys remember which one teamed up with Apple? Let's put that on the screen here. And let's close down the Telegram. So we get a lot of messages here. Let's see if we can find it. Apple. This might give us something. Apple may partner with crypto company behind Render. Okay, so maybe Apple partnering with Render. That's interesting. Apple may partner with company behind Render crypto token. Okay. And Benzinga announced that, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, so maybe Apple and Render are getting together. Very interesting. So might really want to look at Render and see where it's at right now. If they partner with Apple, I'm sure that's going to send them, or if their company partners with Apple, sure that'll send them up. So just under $2 right now. Very interesting. Okay. It's Cube. Okay. Cube. Okay. Sonium Cube. It's on Gemini. Okay, I have to check that out. Let me go save that. I think I got some of that too, actually. Okay, there we go. I think this is a metaverse type crypto, right? Sodium Space has built a VR world with blockchain based economy. Okay, so maybe this is the one that it's attaching a metaverse to. Interesting. Go ahead and save that. We know it's listed on Gemini, sitting here at $1.36. It was as high as $24. That's a good 20x there. Very nice. I'll have to do some digging. All right, then, guys. Very nice show today. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. I'm out. Have a good one, guys. Peace.